Hello students, I hope you are all fine. In this audio presentation, I will continue with my discussion related with Ranga's marriage. So, in my previous audio presentation, at the very end, I talked about the importance of English language, and according to the author, it is a priceless commodity, and he got to know the exact meaning of the word change from Ranga when he went to Ranga to clarify about it. Now let me continue about it. What happened in the next paragraph? This priceless commodity, the English language, was not so widespread in our village a decade ago. That was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. Now, it's a repetition because previously also we get to know that the author told us that 10 years ago English was not so popular, but it gained momentum when the village accountant's son Ranga came back from Bangalore after completing his higher studies. That was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. That was the reason when Ranga returned back, it was something of a great achievement been made by him. And people of the village or the villagers, they all gathered around his house. So let's continue. That was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. People rushed to his doorstep announcing, and here I quote, "The accountant's son has come. The boy who had gone to Bangalore for his studies is here, it seems. And come, Ranga is here. Let's go and have a look. Come, Ranga is here. Let's go and let's have a look." Attracted by the crowd, I too went and stood in the courtyard and asked, "Why have all these people come? There's no performing monkey here." Now the author also went, being very impressed with lot of people gathering around Ranga's house. The author also went, and the author told in the middle of the crowd that why there is so much of people that have crowded near Ranga's house is a monkey is performing. Now, a boy, a fellow without any brains, said loud enough for everyone to hear, "What are you doing here then?" Now, it was an insult to the narrator, and it's a very hilarious scene, to be very honest, dear students, because the author, being himself present among the crowd of people, is saying that why there is so much of crowd is a monkey is performing. Now this child is actually quite clever, though he insulted the author indirectly, so the author told him that the boy had no brains, but actually he is very clever. He told the author that then why are you here? If there is no performing monkey here, then why are you here? And if there is a monkey performing, then why also you are here with your presence? So it was something, an insult for the author, but the author haven't went on arguing with that boy. So a youngster, immature and without any manners, thinking all these things were now of the past, I kept quiet. Now I haven't argued with that boy. According to the author is saying that I haven't argued with that boy, I kept quiet. Seeing so many people there, Ranga came out with a smile on his face. So Ranga came out, and everyone gathered around his house. They are all eager to see him, whether he is the same one that left almost 6 months ago to study in Bangalore, or is there any change in him? Had we all gone inside, the place would have turned into what people call the black hole of Calcutta. Now, this is something related with history, and it is related with a controversy that was associated with the Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dowla. It is said that he actually imprisoned some foreigners or Britishers, women, children, inside a house, and he locked it from outside. Early in the morning the next day, many of them were found to be dead because of suffocation. That is the infamous incident related with the Black Hole of Calcutta. But many historians are actually they differ in this particular story, or they differ in this particular incident. So we are not going deeper into it. So there lies another comparison. Thank God it did not. Everyone was surprised to see that Ranga was the same as he had been 6 months ago. Now, when Ranga came out, the villagers they found that Ranga looked exactly the same as he was 6 months ago. There was no change can be found in him. He looked exactly the same. When he had first left our village, an old lady who was near him ran her hand over his chest, looked into his eyes, and said, and here I quote, the Janevara. Actually, Janevara is the sacred thread that the Brahmins they wore. It is the sacred thread. We call it Janevara. The Janevara is still there. He hasn't lost his caste. She went away soon after that. Ranga laughed. So the old woman, she went on inspecting Ranga and found that Ranga was still wearing the Janevara or the sacred thread as been owned by the Brahmins. Then the old lady, she went. That means she was impressed, she was happy, and she came to the conclusion that Ranga is the same as he was before he went to Bangalore. And he haven't lost his caste also. Ranga laughed. Once they realized that Ranga still had the same hands, legs, eyes and nose, the crowd melted away like a lump of sugar in a child's mouth. Another beautiful comparison. Just like a sweet or a lump of sugar gets easily swallowed or melt inside the mouth, it is like that. So when the crowd they realized that Ranga is exactly the same as he was previously, that is 6 months ago, the crowd they melted away, means slowly and slowly the huge crowd of people who gathered around his house, they went on moving out from that place when they realized that Ranga was exactly the same. Now after everyone went, the author had a conversation with Ranga. So let us come to that. After everyone had gone, I asked, how are you, Rangappa? Actually, Ranga's full name was Rangappa. But in the village, everyone lovingly used to call him Ranga. Is everything well with you? It was only then that Ranga noticed me. He came near me and did a namaskara respectfully, saying, I am all right with your blessings. He did a namaskara and then he told the author that he is perfect with all the author's love and blessings. I must draw your attention to this aspect. Aspect means characteristic trait, dear students, of Ranga's character. He knew when it would be to his advantage to talk to someone and rightly assessed people's worth. As for his namaskara to me, he did not do it like any present-day boy, with his head up towards the sun, standing stiff like a pole without joints, jerking his body as if it was either a wand or a walking stick. Nor did he merely fold his hands. He bent low to touch my feet. May you get married soon, I said, blessing him. After exchanging a few pleasantries, I left. So there was no deep conversation at that time. When Ranga did a namaskara, the author in return told him, may you get married soon. There is a hint in this line that the author's main occupation was that he was a matchmaker. And we'll get to know his name also. The name of the author is Shama and he is a matchmaker. And his next target is that he wanted to get Ranga married as soon as possible. So after exchanging a few pleasantries, I left after talking a bit for a short while. Then I left. So, dear students, I end my audio presentation right here. In my next audio presentation, I will continue from the next paragraph. I hope you will all listen to this audio, and if there is any doubt, kindly let me know. I will clarify it to the best of my ability. Thank you, students. Thank you all.